And 2, 1. Is it recording? Okay. Welcome out, Music Central. We're here at the State Fair with the Oak Ridge Boys. At least one of the boys.
One of them. One of them.
One of them. There you go.
There goes one of them.
Tell our audience your name.
I'm Joe Bonzel with the Oak Ridge Boys. Joined the group in 1973 when I was just 25 years old, and that's a long time ago.
What's it like playing with the Oak Ridge Boys?
Well, you know, it's always been fun. I've always enjoyed the gig. I've always enjoyed the job, and I've got good people around me, good like-minded people. Everybody in our group is honest guys. They're good guys. They perform at a high level, and it's an honor to be with such a group like that has endured all of these years. You know, it's like I tell the crowd sometimes at night, we haven't been around for years, man. We've been around decades.
Well, and you talk about the crowd. You know, last year we came out here and we got some great pictures. We shot some good video of y'all last year for our TV show. And I happened to get a lot of emails from your fans. Mm-hmm. And it amazes me, some of your fans, maybe over the past 5 years, 10 years, have been to over 1,500 of your events.
Oh, we've got a lot of really dedicated folks.
That's what I'm saying. What a dedication.
But you know, that's a nucleus of people that really keep you alive too, because they're people who come to that many shows, go to the message board, leave messages online, stay in touch with the group, you know. But they're the kind of people that talk about you all the time. So they kind of keep it going. They're very important, I think, to any musical entity to have a group of folks that appreciate so much what you do that you become a part of their lives. And you know, you talk about the Kentucky Fair here. We're about to play here our 35th consecutive year.
I know, that's crazy.
That is just unbelievable. And tonight will be a very special show. It always is here. I've had fans say, it looks like you guys kick it up a notch at the Kentucky Fair. Not that you don't always do it, but...
Right.
And I got to say, there is something special about it. And I'll tell you why. We've been doing shows here for 4 weeks. This is a 4-week trip that ends tonight. We do fly back out Tuesday, but we are going home here for a day and a half. This is the last of a 4-week journey for the Oak Ridge Boys. Tonight ends that little swing. We've been doing shows every night, and they've all been good.
Right.
But I got to tell you, the talk on our bus has been this show.
Awesome.
So that's why if there's an extra little spark, yeah, man. There's so many people that come to this show that built their whole year around the Kentucky Fair. I guarantee you there's people out there that have been here the same 35 years we have been. So I mean, that's an honor. That's an honor, man. You want to get out there and give a big show. We'll probably sing longer and louder tonight than we ever do anywhere tonight. We'll do a long show. In fact, I just sent our set list in that I made up today. Some of the guys said, that's not a set list, it's a discography. 1976 was the first time we played here.
Okay.
That I really remember. And I mean, we've been through every metamorphosis here. I mean, we were the biggest act in the world in the 80s. You know, we sold that place over there.
Yeah,
3 or 4 times in a row. In fact, I remember one day we did 2 shows.
Awesome.
We did an afternoon and a night show, all sold out. So we have a lot of history here. A lot of history everywhere. But it does seem like the history here is somehow more relevant.
Well, something I want to share with my audience, and that is the management. You know, we get a lot of backstage passes, we get behind the scenes, but to work with your management last year and this year has just been the greatest. I mean, you guys, and in essence, you know, we're always, you know, right there waiting for you.
Right.
And your management reaches out to us, and we appreciate that.
Well, I think a key to a successful organization is to always surround yourself with good people that treat people right. I mean, that's how we feel about things, and you want people around you to do that. We've got tremendous PR people, Kurt Webster and his bunch out of Nashville, and our own inner management people all have it together all the time. Jim Halsey, of course, who manages our career. William Mars, who books our dates. Everybody here is like not only does their job well, but so many of them have been with us and done that job well for a long, long time. So
well, and again, since last year, since our pictures hit Facebook and hit our website, you know, a lot of your fans have interacted with me, and it's amazing to me. It was very humbling for me to learn how many fans are out there. Like you say, you filled Freedom Hall, you filled the stadiums,
right,
and how many of those people know you and you know them. It just amazes me.
It's amazing how many there are.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, obviously. You know, there'll be 7,000 people here tonight, maybe 8.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, we don't know all of those people, but there is a handful out there we know pretty well going well because, you know, we know, well, there's so-and-so. How about that? They're here again, and there's so-and-so. So you do get to know them.
Yeah.
Especially if they come to all them shows that just met.
Absolutely.
Well, there they are.
Moving forward, what's coming up for the Oak Ridge Boys? What do you got?
Well, for myself personally, brand new book just came out. It's called From My Perspective. I'm an author, and this is my 9th book. My most successful book before this was G.I. Joe and Lily.
And let's talk a little bit about that. The Oak Ridge Boys are not just a bunch of musicians who get together to entertain people. One of your band members is an artist.
William Lee Golden is an accomplished landscape artist.
Absolutely.
Yes. And he's done very incredibly well with his art. And Dwayne Allen's a great song man, music man, great producer. And Richard Sturban, he does a lot of voice work. He's a great, unique talent with that bass voice of his. He does voice work. He's like the voice of NOAA weather. He goes down to the Nashville Sounds game and broadcasts Sounds games, and he's like a little kid in the booth up there broadcasting a baseball game. He loves to do that. So and I write books, and but yet the Oak Ridge Boys is our focal point. The Oak Ridge Boys
absolutely
is what we are. But it's kind of nice to get out and do other things.
And I just want to let
this book here is not only my perspective about a lot of things. There's a lot of Oak Ridge Boys in here. How could there not be?
Great.
How could there not be?
Anything else you'd like to talk to our audience about?
Well, you asked about the Oak Ridge Boys. We've got a big year coming up ahead. The last 4 months, we're going to be slamming. We're going to be playing all across the country. I'd encourage people to go to oakridgeboys.com.
There you go.
Follow us on Twitter @OakRidgeBoys. And don't miss anything. There's a lot of stuff coming. Our big Christmas tour this year. We'll play, I think, 40 cities in November and December. So it's a big year for us. And then next year, we're going to record some new music, and the beat goes on as long as God allows us to walk and breathe.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for the interview.
Thanks. I'm Joe Bonsall with the Oak Ridge Boys, and I'm hanging out today backstage with Music Center.
It's an honor to be back at the Jerry Lewis Telethon. Sorry we couldn't be there live last year, Jerry, but we were in Louisville, Kentucky, and Kentucky State.
You're playing the 35th year here at the fair. We're celebrating our long history. But a quick history lesson. The original Oak Ridge Boys were known as the Georgia Clodhoppers out of Knoxville, Tennessee. True, they played back in the 40s during World War II, and none of us were in that group. They were kind of a country gospel bluegrass band, actually. They were on instruments. Well, on the other side of Knoxville was Oak Ridge. If you've read the book An American Journey, you have learned that there was the secret installation at Oak Ridge where they were working on the atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project. It would end the war in the Pacific. Well, those guys in there were not allowed. You had military personnel and their families by the thousands. Scientists and their families all stuck in Oak Ridge. But on Saturday nights, they allowed the Georgia Clodhoppers to come in and play. And eventually, they became known as the Oak Ridge Quartet. After the war was over, those guys sat together professionally and went into the 50s, changed some group members, and then started calling themselves the Oak Ridge Boys. No other group has this history, y'all. The first one to join the Oak Ridge Boys, as you see them now, joined us in 1965. The pride and joy of Britain, Alabama, William Lee Golden. Young man from Taylortown, Texas, who we call the Ace, joined the Oak Ridge Boys. He's been singing the smooth lead here ever since, and he proves to people every night, and he's proved it tonight in Louisville. He's still one of the best you hear every year. Dwayne Allen. Singer from Camden, New Jersey, joined the Oak Ridge Boys. Nobody else had a I joined the Oak Ridge Boys in 1973. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm so wrong. All right, now in the course of this show tonight, we've been answering your requests. We've got a request by email, by the youngridgeboys.com message board, by Dwayne Allen's Facebook, by our Twitter. That's right, man, Twitter. And I'll tell you, we have tried our best to answer a lot of requests. We've got a few more to go. And one of the biggest requests we've had is to just sing some gospel. So if you listen to this
to Kansas.